Hello, Sagittarius. This is your reading for Love and Relationships, July 2017. Okay, so cutting the cards. Okay, your first card is a King of Pentacles reversed. I have a Three of Wands. This is Eight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. I have a King of Swords reversed. A Nine of Pentacles. I mean a Nine of Swords. Sorry about that. I have a Six of Pentacles. An Eight of Swords. Lots of swords here and pentacles. And then I have a Knight of Pentacles. So this is very interesting, and I'll pull the outcome card, of course, later on after the main reading. Very interesting. No major arcana cards for you, Sagittarius. But I have Three Pentacles, Three Wands, and some swords here. No, I have Four Pentacles, Three Swords, and only Two Wands. And of course, wands represent fire, which is your element. And it seems like these wands are being overwhelmed. Definitely with the pentacles. This king directing the energy of the pentacles here. He's in reverse. He is, because he's in reverse, the king is not very, usually a King of Pentacles is someone who's very astute and wise about finances in the material world. He takes his time to make decisions. He doesn't do anything foolishly. He doesn't make any quick moves. Okay? Very successful, very responsible. So when that King of Pentacles is reversed, we're dealing with someone in this relationship who is a little bit stubborn, a little bit selfish, looking out for themselves. And then we have that Seven of Pentacles, which is waiting, keeping you waiting, because this man, you see the pentacles on the tree. This young man has the wand, the fire, which is you, and you're waiting for this King of Pentacles to start showing commitment, to start being more consistent. And so, as we go into your future, you have Two more pentacles showing up. This is the card of generosity. It's about give and take. Sometimes it can mean receiving a gift. It can mean someone investing their time with you, someone who's very interested in you as far as the context of a relationship. Okay? And then we have a Knight of Pentacles here, which can indicate that if this King of Pentacles represents someone who's not quite committed because the King of Pentacles is in reverse, what the tarot is saying to you is that it's going to take a lot of patience, because you know you're there with your wand, you're waiting. And it's going to take a little bit more time in the future for this King of Pentacles to sort of pull back and really start showing commitment in the relationship. So I think that's very interesting, the way these pentacles are progressing. But not only that, you have these swords here. This King of Swords, which is also reversed. When your kings are reversed, you lose control. Whether you're losing control over communication, someone is losing control or not, or showing the negative aspects of a particular element. And as you know, swords are about the psychological state of mind here. It's about our anxieties. It's about the way we perceive reality. It's about our communication and the decisions. And so in the middle of this King of Swords is reversed. This is someone who can be very vindictive, and kings are rulers. And so someone is not showing good judgment. Someone might even be a little cruel and throwing you off balance here. And so once again, this king, this reversed king, just like this reversed king in the King of Pentacles, there's a direction here where not only do we have a little bit of drama and anxiety here, but also a little bit of confusion. And so what's going on in this relationship is a lot of inconsistencies that are throwing you off balance here. Because your energy, you have that Three of Wands. This is the card of positive expectations. You expect your ships to come back, bringing resources. You expect success. And then you have this Eight of Wands, which is a very quick energy as well. And it can also mean events that happen very quickly, something that could even be a surprise that happens out of the blue. So what I'm getting overall is that in this relationship, things keep turning upside down every other day. 1 minute, this King of Pentacles, you know, they're aloof, no communication, you're not sure where they stand. Hence, with the swords here, lots of confusion with communication. They're not consistent. You don't know what's going on. Some of you might be experiencing someone calling and saying, oh, I can't make it, or they'll cancel, or maybe they've even just disappeared. They're not. Some of you might be experiencing someone not returning your texts. That's what happens when you have a King of Swords reversed. And then on the more intense end of the spectrum, this King of Swords, once again, it can be about cruelty, someone who's not being fair, a little bit of arrogance. And so what might be confusing you in the future, Sagittarius, is it seems like this person is going to let their guard down a little bit. And you have this Knight of Swords, this Knight of Pentacles. Knights are about action. You and this person might actually get to be a little bit more chilled out, but you're still going to be a little confused because it seems like this person's moods or the way they're reacting to you keep changing, sometimes on a dime for some of you. And so the overall story that I'm seeing here, and I use story as far as the narrative of your story and the events, I see things still being confusing with this person. They don't seem to like losing their position of control. They want to hang back, and I'm thinking of some of you who are dating who might be in this situation, but they seem to want to just hang back, use the slow energy of the Pentacles to see what's what, how they feel, and they're keeping you waiting. Waiting here with the Three of Wands, waiting here with the Seven of Pentacles. And so there's still going to be a little confusion with this person, but I would say do not let the confusion throw you off balance. Okay? I do get a sense that maybe someone, for some of you, it's not necessarily about negative intentions. It's about someone who feels a need to protect themselves, because the King of Swords reversed is definitely very defensive. So just be aware of that as I shuffle for the outcome card. Okay, this is the Tower in reverse. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles seems to be heading right towards it. This is not a disaster. It's not a complete disaster, but the Tower is definitely signaling a little bit more chaos and confusion. and it's a major arcana card. It's even more intense than this Eight of Swords. Okay, so when the Tower is in reverse, you should consider that, and because it's in your outcome, the tarot is sort of giving you a warning that dealing with these particular people in your relationships, for some of you Sagittarius, it might get a little bit more frustrating. And the best thing for you to do is pull back. Now, if the Tower was upright, it would mean complete destruction. It would mean a removal of obstacles, actually. The Tower can be a very good thing because it means that whatever is getting in your way, especially if there are egos that are out of control or certain situations that are getting out of control, the Tower fixes all of that. And so the Tower in the long-term future actually might reverse itself. But the tarot is definitely saying that in this relationship, some of you could be headed to a little bit of chaos and turbulence and confusion, maybe some arguments, because once again, when you look at those pentacles, they're very stable. And when pentacles are reversed, especially with that king of pentacles reversed might start acting up again, being a little bit more stubborn, being a little bit more resistant in a relationship, keeping you guessing. So this is the tarot giving you a little bit of relationship advice, meaning don't get fazed by what this person is going to do in the future, this back and forth, this little bit of stubbornness, keeping you on, keeping you in the dark here. Don't let that person do that, because keep in mind that King of Swords reversed is right in the center of your spread, and it seems to be the underlying issue for a number of things that might be going on in the relationship. So, Sagittarius, that was my reading. And as I've said in the other readings, just a heads up that my hours for reading are going to be limited. I used to be available in the mornings, but I've been getting a lot of, how can I say it? I am a teacher, and I've been in demand a lot to do some teaching. And in the fall, I'm pretty much going to be working a lot mornings and afternoons, and so my hours are going to be limited pretty much to Fridays and Saturdays now. Friday afternoons, Saturday afternoons, and some evenings. But for those of you who are my regulars, I will continue to look out for you a little bit because you've been such wonderful customers. I know that there's some of you who request monthly and weekly readings, and I still want to be able to provide you those services as well. So thank you so much for your support. I hope you're having a wonderful summer, and I hope to talk to you soon next month. Take care.